Does the ZTE Prestige 2, a $40 handset, suck? Stay tuned to find that out. So let's not waste any time and get right to business and unbox this phone. So opening it up, it doesn't look too good so far. We have a 2035 milliamp battery, 3G/4G LTE, 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 16 gigabytes of internal storage. We have Android 6.0 Marshmallow OS, and we do have an FWVGA display on this, so we're not off to a good start. I'm thinking this is gonna be a flop. Let's go ahead and unbox this. Okay, so that's all we have in here. We have the phone. Let's go ahead and open this up. Boom. Okay, we have the phone right here. We have the charger right here. And we have a micro USB right there, as well as the battery in the middle. Let's go ahead and pop that out. And yeah. Guess that's all we have. The 3000, or we actually have the 2000. So yeah guys, we have the 2035 milliamp battery right there. We have the micro USB plus the charger right there, and we have the phone right here. Doesn't look too nice so far. Hopefully it's gonna surprise us, but this is looking like it's heck wrong so far. We have the buttons at the bottom right there, looking like the ZTE Z Max Pro. We have the headset up top. We have the camera on the front. We have the volume rocker on the left side, power button on the right side. We have the camera on the rear, and we have the speaker at the back. We also have the noise canceling speaker down here, micro USB right there, input, so you guys can go ahead and charge it. And we have another noise canceling speaker, as well as a 3.5 millimeter head jack on the left side of that. So let's go ahead and take this little plastic off. Not very satisfying to open up this time, but let's go ahead and pop the battery in. So I guess it opens up from the bottom right here. Man, this is hard to open. Boom. All right, so we have our SIM card right there. We're gonna go ahead and pop that battery in right here. Doesn't look like we have NFC on this. Seeing that it is only a $40 phone. Don't know why I even looked for that. Let's go ahead and pop the battery in. Boom. Now this thing does have 2 gigabytes of RAM, which surprised me. I thought this was going to be more of a 1 gigabyte of RAM device, but in the hand it's actually pretty heavy, way smaller than the ZTE Z Max Pro. I got my Z Max Pro right there on deck. Let's put it on top of there, but yeah, way smaller. Let's go ahead and turn this on. Ooh, nice little vibration right there. Let's go ahead and let that load up real quick for you guys. Keeping you guys updated. That took like an eternity to boot up. That took about 3 minutes. Okay guys, now the phone is fully booted up. Now we're gonna go ahead and test the lock. Let's go ahead, see, it's pretty snappy so far. We do have 2 gigabytes of RAM on this device. Now scrolling around, it is actually pretty snappy. That 2 gigabytes of RAM does help on this device. But scrolling and everything seems to be super fast, honestly. The viewing angles on this phone are not too good. I would say they are way better than the Blue budget phones that Blue has. The viewing angles are better than that, definitely, but the viewing angles are not really that bad. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and test out the wallpapers on here. Let's go ahead and hold this down. So we have widgets, we have different kinds of themes you guys can go ahead and check out. We have Android Fancy right here, which is a nice little widget, or a nice little theme you guys can do, and sports. So that's pretty nice. We also have some wallpapers on here and effects. So effects we have are the sliding effects. We have this sliding effect right there, that one, boom, boom, boom. And now I like that. I prefer that one better, but we have those themes as well as different widgets for your apps that you guys have on this phone. And the wallpapers we have, so we have this blue wallpaper, we have the blimps wallpaper, yellow wallpaper, we have this one where you see the end of the pier and maybe a lighthouse, we have the beach, and we have this wallpaper. I actually like this wallpaper the best. Looks super duper nice. Let's go ahead and check out the live wallpapers. We have black hole, bubbles, holo, spiral, and phase beam. And now, if you guys did not know, these do drain battery pretty darn easily. So if you guys do not have a huge battery on your phone, then don't download live wallpapers. But yeah, those are the wallpapers, effects, widgets, and themes you guys can download on this phone. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and test out the camera now. We're gonna test out the rear facing camera. We have the front one on, so actually let's just go ahead and test this out really quick. Boom. So it's not the best camera on the front. Let's go ahead and check the rear really quick. Where's it at? Okay, right there. Boom. Okay, so this is actually not too bad. I thought it was gonna be worse than that. That's actually surprising me. The rear camera is actually pretty darn good. The colors are not all the way there, but the shadows and everything will look super duper good on here. But yeah, the rear camera is pretty nice. So they do actually have a manual mode as well as a fun mode. We have smile, macro, interval, HDR, and we have effects right here you guys can go ahead and check out. We have low-mo, sepia, mono, cool, warm, comic, mosaic, mirror, and fisheye, as well as a multiple exposure mode so you guys can take different photos. I'm pretty sure ZTE has this on some of their newest handsets that they have out right now. But yeah, in the camera aspect of this phone, camera is actually not too bad for $40. Really quick for you guys and test out YouTube. But this phone so far has been super duper snappy and fast. Let's go ahead and take a look at NCS and see how the speakers are, as well as the consumption, media consumption of the screen. This is a 480p.
So it's your friend's birthday. How do you find the perfect gift?
This is a 480p WVGA screen, so it's not going to be the best, but I think it will do if you have a kid or if you're on a really strict budget. This is actually pretty loud, honestly. Kind of tinny, but pretty loud, honestly. I would say the speakers are actually pretty darn good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my channel and check out a video really quick. And we're gonna go ahead and check out a video. See how the viewing experience is on here. Boom, boom, 480p. It only goes up to 480p, so let's go ahead and check this out. It's actually not that bad. It's not too bad. This is really surprising me, a 480p screen being this nice. It's not that bad. For $40, this screen is really not that bad, guys, honestly. You could really do worse with a blue phone for even more. Blue phones have horrible viewing angles. But this is actually not too bad. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and see if we can run Subway Surfers on here. Now, if this does run pretty good, I'm gonna go a little crazy and maybe test out Dead Trigger 2 or something like that. But we're gonna go ahead and try this out really quick for you guys and see how the gameplay is on the ZTE Prestige 2. Alright, let's go ahead and start this gameplay off. And I have to say, the screen actually looks pretty nice on this game. Let's go ahead and check this. It's not lagging whatsoever. We have a hoverboard on here. But yeah, gameplay so far is actually pretty nice. Can't believe this is a $40 phone, honestly. Now we're gonna go ahead and test out Dead Trigger 2 or some crazy game like that really quick to see if we can actually do something on this device. Crazy. But yeah, let's go ahead and go to that. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and try Dead Trigger now. So let's go ahead and check this out. So far so good. It seems to be not lagging really at all. Maybe some dropped frames. But we're gonna go ahead and try some gameplay of this game. So far it's doing pretty nice. Find your way out of here. There we go, underground car park. Let's go ahead and try this out. Boom. So gameplay is pretty nice so far, honestly. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and check out these zombies right here. And the graphics on this is actually pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and change to a pistol really quick. It's running perfect, honestly. Dead Trigger seems to be running perfectly on this game or on this phone. So yeah, Dead Trigger runs on a $40 phone, the ZTE Prestige 2. That's pretty surprising, honestly. So the ZTE Prestige 2, does it suck? The verdict on this phone is we got to run Subway Surfers on here, which is not that impressive, but once we got to Dead Trigger 2, we actually ran it on there. Media consumption is actually pretty decent on here. So we do have a 480p screen, but the viewing angles are better than most phones, and I said again, better than Blue's budget phones. They have horrible viewing angles on Blue budget phones, usually the $75 and lower device tier devices they have, but the viewing angles on this is good. We have a decent rear facing camera. Front facing camera is pretty good. It gets the job done, honestly. But we can run Dead Trigger 2, which is pretty amazing. On YouTube, it's pretty nice. Our speaker is on the back, but it's actually pretty loud. Kind of tinny, but it's pretty loud. And honestly, I would say for $40, this does not suck. For a $40 phone, it doesn't suck, but you guys can go ahead and pay only $60 more for the Z Max Pro. I would say go ahead and do that if you can ever do that. But if your guys have a kid that you don't want like breaking your phone, and you want to get them a cheap little phone to just go ahead and use at school or whatever, and to play games and do stuff like that, media consumption, then I would say this phone does not suck. I would say you guys should go ahead and pick up this phone for only $40. It's pretty snappy, has 2 GB of RAM, running 6.01 Marshmallow, has that 1.1 gigahertz quad-core processor. Not too good on the processor, but that 2 GB of RAM is really helping it out, and the media consumption and video game consumption. But yeah guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed the review of the ZTE Prestige 2, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you guys are not subscribed to the TechRight channel already. Come and join the family, guys. Everyone is welcome. But yeah guys, I hope you have an awesome day wherever you are. This has been TechRight. Peace out, guys.